Hey guys, so I thought that I would do, I don't know if you guys saw, or if you follow me on Instagram, I did this like really rusty red kind of look. And I was inspired by one of my girlfriends on Instagram to do it because she did it and I fell in love. So I played around with this Urban Decay, the Heat palette, and I don't care for hyped up products, but this palette is amazing and all of the shades in it are just warm and neutral and right up my alley. So I thought that I would do the look on camera. It is definitely a look that I normally go for something a little bit more subdued and natural looking. This is not natural looking at all, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I had it on and we went out to dinner and I was laughing because John said that I looked like the chick from The Mummy. Just because it's so, really dark and heavy. He just said it looked really evil looking, which is, I guess that was the look that I was shooting for. But I'm gonna start off with the eyes first. Ooh, my hair is a mess. Forgive me. We're just gonna ignore this spot that I got going on here. But a little bit of the priming moisturizer just to let that sink in. But like I said, we're gonna do the eyes first because I don't really do eyeshadow looks like that anymore. So I made a huge mess the first time I did it. And this look is kind of like the messier the better. So you can't really go wrong with it. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Victoria Beckham Morning Aura Illuminating Cream and just take a pump or two of that and put that on over top of the priming moisturizer. So put some of this on. Sorry guys, I thought I'd move closer to the camera and shut my door because I realized I'm washing towels at the moment and I can hear the washer machine and I'm like, oh crap, seriously? So forgive the noise, but anyway. So face is pretty much prepped for base, but like I said, I'm going to do that last. I'm going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to use a bit of the NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow base thing because I have really oily eyelids and everything, like nothing stays on. I need to replace this. I haven't used it in so long and it's gone a little bit goopy, but we'll make it work. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of the MAC Groundwork Paint Pot. This is something I haven't used in ages, but I'm going to concentrate that kind of like in the crease area because we're going to start there. I forgot to prime or prep my lips because we're going to use a really matte lip kind of color. Or I am. I say we as in we're all doing this, but this was just how I achieved this look because a ton of you, I got so many messages of you guys asking for me to do this look. So I'm gonna take the shade, it's called Low Blow, which is kind of like this rusty brown kind of shade, and I'm gonna take that into my crease and just start with that transition shade first and kind of like work it back and forth and kind of start to create like I guess a shape of some sorts, but really blend it in and work that in. I'm going to use the Wayne Goss. This is his number 3 brush. It's a bigger, tapered, fluffier blending brush, and that I'm going to just go over it in the crease to kind of diffuse a little bit more because the number 6 brush, it's almost like a MAC 217. So this would be like a 224 kind of brush. Okay, so now I'm going to take these shades called He Devil and I don't know if it's Cheyenne, something like that. So this red and that red, right? Yeah, these two like bricky kind of red colors, and mix the two. And I'm gonna go back in on that number 6 brush. I usually, to pack color on, I use a MAC 239, but all of mine are filthy at the moment. So just going to gently push that onto the eyelid and really pack that color on. So once you get it all on there, you're gonna go in with the bigger, fluffier blending brush and kind of blend the edges. And now it's just a game of packing on more red. There is a darker shade called Ashes in here, and En Fuego. And that, I'm gonna concentrate it on the lash line part of it, of my eye, if that makes any sense to you. So then I'm gonna wing it out a little bit. Just slightly. And then I'm gonna bring it down really low. And don't be afraid to do this. I know it looks scary, but now I'm gonna take, let's see, I have this small little tapered brush. What is it? Wayne Goss's number 8 brush. It's supposed to be like a push liner brush, but I want to take that darker shade, that Ashes shade from the palette, and really work that into both top and bottom lash lines. So it looks really messy right now and scary, but I promise you we're gonna clean this up. But I'm trying to do the same on the other eye, which is always like the hardest part for me. But like I said, with this kind of look, it's the messier, you know, the better kind of thing. Okay, I think I quite like how it looks right now. I'm just going in and stepping back and kind of trying to fill in patchy areas or anything like that. But these eyeshadows are great. They blend like a dream. And again, now that you look like death, because let's face it, that's what I look like. I'm gonna go in with this Charlotte Tilbury, what is this, Barbarella Brown Iconic liquid eye pencil, and it's just a really nice rich brown, and I'm gonna apply that into the waterline. I'm gonna take it on the top lash line, which I don't normally do. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Chaser shade, which is this like neutral color, and I'm gonna put it here underneath the brow bone. So now I'm going to take a cotton bud and a little bit of Bioderma, and I'm gonna clean up the edges just to kind of shape it a little bit. And then once you apply concealer and foundation, all that stuff, you can go back in and blend out that harsh line. So you don't have to worry about it, but okay, baby steps. So I'm gonna take my eyelash curler and just curl my eyelashes for now, and then I'll come back to them at the very end. That's when I like. I'm gonna use the Glossier Skin Tint as my base, just because the eyes are super, super heavy. I just want the rest of my face to look like skin. I normally use a sponge or my fingers. I'm actually gonna use this Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush just because I can't be bothered. To get my fingers dirty. That is done. I'm going to use a little bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger to just brighten underneath my eyes, just a little bit. Also gonna cover a few healing spots and then this massive thing that's growing on the side of my face. Cover that up as well, but I'm just gonna take that brush and kind of concentrate it on the lower part here. Take this Burberry contour stick and just kind of draw a line, and I'm not worried about contouring my nose or any crazy thing like that. It's strictly cheekbones. And kind of bring it up. I honestly love this stick. It is the best thing ever. It blends so easily and looks so natural on the skin. So the bronzer that I have been using is the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder collection. And this is in the shade 01 Java Sun. I'm a huge fan of this. This looks super natural. And I'm just going to take it on this M.A.C 140 brush. It's a huge like paddle brush, but I'm just going to go over slightly higher on the cheekbone, I guess. And that kind of warms this look up just a little bit. Stowaway Burnt Rose, and it's kind of within the same shade as the eyeshadow. Just kind of warming the product up. This is really pigmented and it's in this tiny little compact case, but put the majority of it on the back of my hand so that I only get a tiny bit. I'm gonna try on my cheeks. So there is a bit. I am gonna highlight, and for that I'm gonna use the Burberry highlighting stick. This is in Nude Radiance. Really, really nice highlighter. I like this. It just gives the illusion of like wet skin. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna skip the Cupid's bow because you'll see in the end. I'm gonna take a little bit of some translucent powder, and this is a brand, it's a vegan brand called, I think it's Ilia or Isla. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's this little, you know, bottle that's already pre-filled with the translucent powder, and you kind of just click it up. Fill in the front bit of, I always fill in this front part of my brow just because I feel like it's missing. So brush that out. I don't know, I feel like this look is like the natural take on a smoky eye. There's nothing natural looking about it, but there's definitely no harsh lines, no cut creases or like heavy contouring. It's just, you can rock a nice sultry eye and have the skin look like skin. You don't need a ton of coverage and still look sexy as hell. At least to me, you can. This, I don't know, this Maybelline one that I had just laying around. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that low glow shade, which is that rusty brown kind of color. And use that to kind of diffuse the edges. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in, recurl my eyelashes, and then put on a ton of mascara. You can put on falsies if you like. I think that the eyes are plenty enough. Okay guys, we are almost done. The eyes are done, face is done. Now is, we're moving on to lips. So I'm gonna take off whatever excess I have going on. And we're doing kind of like a stained matte, I don't know, like a messy, like a smoky lip. Is there such thing as a smoky lip? Can we do that? From Nude Sticks. I believe it's a collaboration with another YouTuber or blogger. I'm not sure who she is. It just says Samantha on here. And this is in the shade Freckle. These things stay on. You have a short time to blend them. smooth them out and it's a wrap. Like it'll stay put for hours, which is why I love these, but I love this shade in particular. Now, the trick is to concentrate it on the middle part of your mouth. So, and then that's when you kind of smudge it in, and it really is, they're super pigmented. But now you just want to kind of blur the edges out with your fingers, and I like the idea of getting a little bit on the top of my Cupid bow. That's why I didn't want to highlight, because it almost gives it that like lived in look, or like you've been kissing for hours kind of thing, or you've eaten and you don't really care what it looks like. So Q-tip, and just really, you can kind of go over it to take off the excess, because you really just want a really light, you don't want it to be super opaque, even though this, I hope you guys enjoyed this rather different look for me, for sure. Not used to something or makeup this heavy, but I feel comfortable in it. I feel great, ready to like go out. Maybe not for work. I wouldn't wear this to work or anything like that, but the colors are gorgeous. I have a lighter brown eye. I feel like it really makes my brown eyes pop. I will see you guys in the next one.